G'day everybody, where's Wally here? Roohif inspired me last night when he posted up his video of showing just how crazy banjo is. So I've got a favourite plane that's called NZ281. It's Singapore to Auckland, flies straight over Brisbane most days, but as Ruths was saying, they follow the Great Circle Line, which kind of takes it over Brisbane, but it seems like some days it goes over Townsville, some days Brisbane, some days Sydney, and other days over Melbourne. Now, when I asked Wolfie about it one day, he said, well, they tend to want to fly over ports that have international customs in case they need to make an emergency landing, which I guess is just what Ruths reminded me of. Oh, and Ruths, I'm not trying to actually you here. This is just to show that yes, they do follow Great Circle Lines unless there's weather, jet streams, landing points and other things that mean let's just go a little bit left or right. So I'll show you a few of those. And it was also my favourite because when Wolfie gave me an old broken P900, which I straight away fixed, the first thing I managed to grab a video of was high altitude NZ281 going straight over Brisbane. Enjoy. Oh, did you see that? I love it when I look at Flatty's channels and I notice stuff on there that proves the globe, but rarely do I look at my own stuff and suddenly see something I've never seen before. Look at that beautiful underwing lighting. Love it. That was 10,000 meters straight up to a plane, and there's the sun shining under the wing. And now to finish off, I had a look. I found QF64 was a flight from Johannesburg to Sydney. That's the opposite one to which Greatest Sapien took. He took QF63 Sydney to Johannesburg. On the 23rd of December 2017, there was a medical emergency and it had to land in Perth. Now, I couldn't find the actual KML data for that part of the flight, but I did find the part where it took off from Perth and went to Sydney, which is a very unusual thing to do if you're flying from Johannesburg, unless you had to stop overnight in Perth. Makes total sense then. And of course, QF64 landing in Perth is a little bit significant for the flat earthers, because why didn't it land in India? I'm just saying, if it had been flying on a flat earth, it would have been way up there somewhere. And while I was doing a little bit of prep for this video this afternoon, I looked up NZ281, and yes, here it was coming straight over Brisbane again this afternoon. So let's point the P900 at it. It was a bit dark. It was after sunset, and it was even right above the sunset line, below the sunset line, sorry. So it was in shadow, but I could just see a little bit of contrail, and the P900 managed to snap it up even with my blind eyes. I also pointed the GoPro Hero 4 at it on continuous night mode, and it also managed to snaffle a few little pictures of it, which kind of looked cool as it cruised overhead.